Yeah, my main inspiration as a filmmaker, I mean, I love lots of different types of directors, but John Hughes is definitely, I grew up, I have two older siblings, and you know, one of the first movies I remember as a kid, I don't know how my parents let me see it as a kid, was The Breakfast Club. Seeing that movie as, you know, as a 10-year-old, hearing the F-bomb being dropped so much, it's just like, I want to make movies like that, that's rad, you know, and so I've always loved John Hughes. He was a huge inspiration, but mostly, well, I think the biggest inspiration for me was just being frustrated as a Latino in the Bay Area, seeing movies that Hollywood produce that don't show Latinos like me, and like Jorge, and like Miguel. You know, we're not drug dealers, we're not house servants, we're not all gangsters, you know. There's plenty of Latinos out here who have normal American lives, and their stories are not being told. So that was my major inspiration for writing Love Concord. So how did I get the cast? Well, first off, Angelina here, this lovely lady, is one of my former students. She was lucky enough to be assigned to me as a TA when I started teaching. Lucky or unlucky, I don't know how she sees it. But so I just happened to be doing a mock audition in one of my classes, and the girl who was going to do the mock audition flaked on me. She was TAing for me in that class, and I just pulled her aside and, hey, you mind doing this for me, please? You want to act, right? So she came up and she did this audition and completely blew me away. I was totally floored at how amazing she was as an actress, and I realized at that moment I had found my Melinda. And then I was lucky enough to be introduced by my producer to Jorge here, and he was my first person I auditioned for the main. And he set the bar. I knew I found someone awesome. So when I auditioned him, you know, everyone else was just nowhere near as good. So he got the part. Miguel, I've known since film school. He and I have an amazing history. My first short film at Loyola Marymount in Los Angeles, he was the star in that. He was a supporting role in my second short film at LMU. In my thesis, he was the star again. And he's now a supporting role in this. So it's like I can't make a movie without Miguel. So he's my lucky charm. You know, Zach I met from my producer as well. He's a son of a lifelong friend of my producer. Blake, I almost didn't cast because he didn't return my phone calls. But I gave him a second chance in calling him because I just looked at his headshot and said, this guy, just in one frame I can tell how funny this guy is. And as you can see in the film, I mean, he's just oozing comedic genius. So after the first audition, I knew he had the part. Logan was one of those two where I saw Logan. I'd seen a lot of other girls, high school age girls, and no one had the acting chops that she did. She just had this maturity and this intelligence that is so unfound in such young talent that I'm just like, I don't know if it's a wise idea to work with a teenager, you know, as my first feature film, but I couldn't resist. She was just too perfect. Yeah, you know, I mean, Angelina's a beautiful young lady. I mean, can anyone argue that, you know? I mean, but let's be real, you know, does Hollywood come, you know, casting Latinas, real Latinas like this beautiful lady right here, right? That they don't, you know, and that's another inspiration in you know, my frustration with the Hollywood system of filmmaking and how we're represented as Latinos. And I don't know if they're ready. I think you as an audience are ready for it. I don't think Hollywood is ready because all they think about is money. And, you know, if they're not rail thin, gorgeous, you know, Latinas, then that's not going to bring in the box office bucks. So they're not going to take that risk. So the true artists and the true, you know, open-minded individuals that you are, we're ready. So, and, you know, I plan to keep working with her. So yes, I think we'll see more of, you know, beautiful people like Angelina here.
There's a growing number of Latinos who don't speak Spanish. You think about that demographics when you're designing the characters and the script?
Latinos that don't speak Spanish, I mean, I myself am one that have a really bad accent when I speak Spanish, so that's kind of that joke where Jerry says that line. Yeah, you know, this film, like I said, is meant for anyone. I mean, it's a crossover film in my opinion. Like anyone could, I think, appreciate this story. It just so happens that the two main stars are Latino and they don't speak much Spanish on screen. So I didn't necessarily have that in mind. What I had in mind is just to tell a good story, and hopefully be universal enough, or it didn't matter what language.
I'm from the East Bay, so all I keep thinking is, why Concord?
I grew up in Concord,
Okay.
so if you know, that was another inspiration. Is my poor little city is never going to have a film named after it unless I made it. So I made it. So there, you know, whatever happens, my city has a film now. And how cool is that? That this little tiny nobody, no name city had its world premiere at the New York Latino Film Festival, right? I mean, the Big Apple, right? How cool is that? So thank you to New York Latino. You know, this has been a complete honor, and totally happy to be here. So.
I enjoyed the film. What I found particularly interesting was the twist at the end. The lovers reconcile, but they don't really get together and make it work. What led to that decision instead of the traditional nice ending?
That you know, real life, you know, I mean, it's largely based on my high school experience, if you can't tell. You write what you know, right? And the real story didn't have that happy of an ending. It didn't even have that ending, you know, it wasn't even that nice. So this is Hollywood, or I guess this is filmmaking, you know, trying to smooth over those psychological scars of me as a high school.
What is next? What's next for all of you guys?
Well, you know, I think that we can turn this into a series. So that's what I'd like to do. But what's next for everyone else?
Well, as far as I go, just continue acting, doing projects, and enjoying my life, and promoting Love Concord to everyone that doesn't know about it. Check it out, post it on your Facebooks, please. Let people know about it. I am incredibly honored to be a part of this film. That's truth right there. The people that are in this, I'm blown away to be a part of it. So I'm just gonna be happy in this high for a while. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for the time being.
I just shot a feature film this summer called Entrapped, and there's a film that will be coming out called On the Run. It's another feature film that my company is actually producing.
Maybe doing some more acting, just seeing what opportunities present themselves to me. So that's about it. I'm just really happy to be here. It's my first time in New York, and this is like
Wow.
huge experience for me. So.
Well, I'm also in a film that premiered here, Philly Brown. So that's releasing now. They got pushed back. It's supposed to come out in theaters September 21st, come out January 11th is the official release date for that. And then other than that, tomorrow I'm flying home to finish. It's a series called East Los High that is a web series, but hopefully it's gonna be on some network. That's what they keep on saying. And it's a giant Latino cast. It's an really awesome story. And other than that, yeah, just been like, I do like random voiceover work, and doing like a cartoon for PBS called No One Comprende to teach Spanish to children. Because I am fluent in Spanish, unlike Jerry, but I'm fluent in Spanish, and so yeah, and it was nominated for an Emmy. It won an Imagen Award, so yeah.
I actually go back to work on Monday, so I'm not as exciting as all these people.
And I have one more year of undergraduate college left, and then after that I have no idea. But in the meantime, I would jump on the opportunity to do another film, especially if it was led by Mr. Gus.
Yes.
Honestly, amazing job.
Make it happen.
So you're doing the circuit with this, and is there anything else you have in the pipe?
Doing a circuit for this, I've literally started writing the first couple episodes of the Love Concord series that I'd like to turn this into. And I have tons of ideas for features that I'd like to do as well. But right now my passion is to put Love Concord on the map, get us going, because we've got an amazing cast, and I think we have a great opportunity to tell some great stories from this.
But thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you for coming, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great night.